we are back here on Carolina Women with our friend, Sean Stewart. Thank you for joining us very much. We love being in the media room theater here at Custom Audio Video. We noticed, we're going to have to, I know.
The curtain.
Do I need to stand up and do the curtain? Hold this.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's the button on there that says
Look
curtain.
at this. In the picture, out of the picture. You have to show. Look at this fabulous. We've been waiting for this Lutron curtain. It's a blackout, correct?
It is.
I mean, it's a pretty thick drape. I don't know if I would fully say it's blackout because it's not sealed around the edges.
Okay.
99.9.
Yeah, but it does its job. I mean, the whole job is to prevent light from hitting the screen.
Got it.
A little excess light in the room is not the end of the world. Light on the screen you don't want. So it really blocks all that light coming through the door crack.
You know, it's spring, and we always talk about spring fever, spring cleaning, all of these things. And the question I had when we walked in today, Erin and I were chatting about it a little bit before, was we never have talked really about maintenance and does our audio visual equipment need checkups ever?
And servicing.
Yeah, definitely service. Issues arise.
Okay.
It's technology, right? We all know technology that fails.
Ask Jessa. We trying to set up today. We had some technical issues.
We had a couple of fails.
Yeah. And I always say it's become kind of a cliche in our world, but it's very true. Like, the first thing you should always do is turn it off and turn it back on again.
Okay.
That generally fixes a lot of issues. Technology, not to get too into the weeds, but it's running a lot of code, right? A lot of
And what does
zeros
that do?
and
So
ones.
like resets?
Yeah,
It's like a
it just
reset?
shuts it all down. Ideally, you want to shut it down for 15, 30 seconds, let kind of all the power drain out of it, and then start it back up. And it's like us going to sleep, right?
Right.
You put it down for a minute, and you wake up the next morning going, all right, I'm getting it.
Okay.
Oh, so it literally
Starting over.
lets it have a rest.
Right.
Oh, that
And it
makes
just kind of
sense.
takes it all the way back down. With
To
all
neutral.
with all those things running inside of it, it can get a bug, for instance.
Okay.
Not a one that's going to stick around, but just kind of interrupts its
Right.
run. Restarting kind of resets those things. When other things arise, that's where I think we pride ourselves around here is our service department.
Oh.
Right, we've got 3 full-time service techs and a full-time service manager who's here all the time. So we really pride ourselves, even though our install time is really far out right now.
Right.
In terms of issues, if they rise, our service guys are there generally within the same day, if not the next day.
Do you guys have like an instrument that detects whether the sound levels are all where they should be? Anything
Yeah,
like
we
that?
do have a lot of that. This room, for instance, we had one of our guys, you set up a microphone kind of right where you're sitting because it's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And it plays all kinds of tones through these speakers to
Calibrate?
Yeah, to calibrate it. I mean, it equalizes the room. It eliminates dead spots as much as it can.
Does it really?
That's really cool.
So I think you remember when we played it for you once,
Yes.
Ian and I were standing back there going, it's really loud back here in terms of the bass. Well, that's not where the ideal spot is. So as it's tweaking everything, it's trying to hit this one spot.
So you could come out and do that for somebody
Yeah, it's definitely
if
part
they
of
were
some
like,
maintenance.
it just doesn't sound right.
Exactly. Remember last time we were here and you had these strategically placed right here
Yes.
because it was sort of the sweet spot that you had set it up for.
Yeah. Now, not every receiver that's doing that is able to be calibrated that way, but the ones that are, we're able to handle.
It's like the piano tuner.
Exactly. It
Right?
really is like that. You have
Yeah.
to probably have an ear and an eye for it.
Yeah.
Do you recommend people every year, every 6 months, have someone come out on a general maintenance base? I guess I look at my air conditioner, really anything that's technical.
Right.
Yeah, some stuff. I mean, depending on what products we have in there.
Okay.
So, for instance, we can do battery-operated shades. So, kind of a thing is, hey, let's come out every year.
Yep.
They are lasted for a little bit longer, depending on the ones we're putting in. Some of them are rechargeable. So, hey, we'll come out, once a year, once every 18 months, and just connect the connector and charge those shades up for you, so you don't have to worry about it.
I tell you, I'm proactive. I can't stand. I mean, it drives me nuts when I could have prevented something if I had just sort of set it up and had a routine maintenance kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much with that. Now, a
Right?
lot of
I did.
equipment
I had to laugh, sorry.
can run. Yeah. Now, a
our
lot of it is
trees.
also just
Yeah.
making sure that it's clean, right?
Oh.
Cleaning equipment.
Oh, I
just
never
like-
thought about
yeah,
that.
like our
It probably gets
computers.
dust.
Exactly.
Like anything.
Yeah. Now, I don't try to blow dust into everything, but keep it off.
Yeah,
of
I'd be
some of those
afraid
vents,
to
right?
clean it and
Okay.
force it back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to blow air on the sensitive components, but if you notice dust build up, particularly a lot of these places, it's very obvious where a fan is, where it's trying to move air out.
And what do you use to clean that? Like,
So you
if
can either
wanna-
use dust, a little vacuum, nothing too powerful, but or compressed air, just like we do with computers all the time.
It's so funny. Every single time we sit down and talk,
We
end
sound
up
so dumb.
It's so interesting. We're like, gosh, there's just so much to know, but it's a lot of it's pretty basic. As always, it's super fun to have you part of our family here. So thank
thanks
you,
for having
Sean.
us.
Thank you all for joining us here on Carolina Women. Have a safe and wonderful week. Bye-bye.